Hey guys, this is Chris, and we're back with the live execution series. And today I'll be covering some NQ longs and XAU longs. I know you guys aren't familiar with me trading currencies. However, I started to look more into gold and oil, all that kind of stuff. And price is moving. When NASDAQ is consolidating, XAU is still moving. So I'm going to be trading that a lot more. You guys are going to see that a lot more. However, I want to show you guys how I'm adapting because typically, I'm trading on the 1 to 5 minute chart, and that's just not as practical when you're trading gold, okay? So I'll show you guys how I'm using my stop loss, how I'm using my higher time frame to take advantage of those large swing moves that we get in currencies. But anyways, we're going to be live streaming a lot more this upcoming summer. And this next week, we're going to start trading almost every day, especially on red folder days. So I hope you guys like that. Make sure you tune in, and I'll see you in the video. So getting into our first trade of the day, right here we're actually looking at XAU, and initially overnight we had this long leg. This is all Asia session, and then we come down here, we kind of settle down during London session. So right here, right around 3 p.m. when that PM silver bullet kind of started, and I'm not looking at the lower time frame at all in this instance. Like, I just looked at this and I said, okay, we're reacting pretty bullishly. And then I entered right around here. Yeah, and then stop loss at the low. Why is my stop loss at the low? Well, if I have it in here, then it's likely we're just going to get stopped out, okay? So I want this leg to kind of be like the manipulation. So we're accumulating in here, we're manipulating down into this fair value gap. And I want that to be a protected low, and then we're going to trade and distribute up to this high. And I had more targets, and that's actually what I was aiming for initially. However, I woke up right before red folder, and I was like, okay, we're probably just gonna get swept out if we stay in this move, if we're just hanging out up here. So yeah, I exited at the perfect time. Good trade, whatever. If I could mention one more thing, that would be just this is something else that gave me a lot of context. These internal highs. So that's a low resistance liquidity run. I know price is going to be attracted to that. If price is attracted to these highs, then we're likely going to run through this. And sure enough, we did. So yeah, it was really a perfect trade. I don't have a recording on this again because this was overnight. I slept overnight and just let price hit that. So yeah, if you're in here trying to trade it like it's NQ, you're probably gonna get stopped out, because you could enter on, some of these inversions and stuff, but you can't drag up your stop loss or else you're likely to just get chopped out. Like, price moves when it wants to move when you're trading gold. So yeah, I'm really not on the lower time frame when I'm doing that. So yeah, that was the first trade. Pretty nice. 2,500 across 5 accounts. And then this was the next trade. So this is actually what I took on live. So initially, I was very bullish because I wanted to see this data high get taken out. And actually, if we look back on the normal trading view, right here, we actually have it right here. So it's a little bit off when you look. Project X platform, that's what it's called. And so this initial trade, I was keying off of some of this breaker right here. So I wanted to see price actually hold on this low, and then we could get an inversion towards this high. And we didn't hold initially, but we came out and we stopped this low. And a lot of people, they were shorting, and that's okay. Like, a lot of people caught really good trades, but some people kind of seemed doubtful of this bullishness that I had. But I know when we have a data high, we're gonna come back to it. So sure enough, yeah, I go long in here. I got stopped on that initial long, but I get long in here as soon as we invert, we have a ton of momentum, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And then we have this low resistance liquidity run up here, and then price just delivers to that data high. So let's slide this over. Okay, so lots of speed right here. That's really a key point. Lots of speed when we're inverting. That's what you want to see. And then I'm always looking at the time because I want to enter as soon as that new candle opens up. There we go. And during this whole trade, like I'm talking about, should I add? Should I add? And I just didn't like the idea that we were kind of like slowing down in some of these other fair value gaps. Like if this would have been one big green candle through here, I probably would have added. However, I knew at some point we were going to get a retracement, just wasn't sure where. And sure enough, we do right here. This was actually a unicorn, so honestly, you could have added here as well if you wanted to. We left those highs, we engineered another high. We have our kind of like a breaker right here, and then a fair value gap. And sure enough, I kind of cut the stream off right there, but yeah, our TP hit. So yeah, very basic. However, that's what I'm looking at on these red folder days. Are we having some kind of data high, some kind of data low, where price is kind of pointing to that's where we're gonna go. And so yeah, that's just what I was expecting. And in terms of like higher time frame, there's not much here to go over. I mean, we're just retracing based off this huge down move that we had from news. So we came out, kind of took this low, just keyed off of it, traded up into a premium. But always I'm looking for that data high to get taken out, and it made sense. It still made sense to enter this trade, so I did. And something else to mention too, I was looking at this 15-minute because I was kind of considering, okay, we could probably trade to some of these lows. However, price perfectly somehow doesn't invert it, and then price reacts directly off of that. So really, like the algorithm was perfect right there. It was really perfect because we're about a few ticks off to invert it, and that would have completely changed my bias, because if we're inverting that, then that makes all of these lows very vulnerable. But because we had that wick and we wicked out just before us inverting that, then that makes me very bullish. So yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.